Hey,
Well, hello, Matt.
hey, Bryan. Hi.
Hey, so you got something to share?
Yeah, I do. News update. It's probably something that everybody's heard, but um, this one, like we've each had our own, you and I have had our own levels of like, okay, that just pushed me over the edge a little bit. And two things about this. One of them is we did say we were going to start to say nice things about AI and not just terrify ourselves. So I do have one thing, which is it is apparently, from one article I saw, making cancer diagnosis faster.
That's good.
I
I
know.
like I like that.
How about that? Do it. Do
Yeah,
it. AI, please.
fantastic.
Do you have a good thing?
Um, um, my good thing is that I no, I don't. I don't have a good
Well, let's get to the scary right away then.
thing. Yeah.
Uh, NPR reported that, as I'm sure many of us have heard, that Apple has joined up with ChatGPT and they're involving OpenAI in their future endeavors. Apple has been criticized by those who are uh, fond of AI for not getting more into AI over the past couple of years, the way other people have. But now they're getting all up into AI's grill big time now. Now, it's the issue for most people is, well, is it going to help Siri be less annoying or whatever? I don't use Siri, but like, is it going to make my phone experience even faster and more delightful?
Mm,
Um, and, you know, I'm sure that Apple and ChatGPT have other stuff going on besides these things that that they have interest in working with each other. Besides these sort of surface things that the listening public are interested in.
yep.
So I do have a sound bite. This is more of the. This is absolutely the. It's the PR that they want to put out there, and for me, it is threatening my business. And the image in the articles, these look like two such very nice men, and I can't believe that they can just chat about doing stuff like that. I'm going to share in a moment with this happy-go-lucky, like, oops, we've ruined industries. Oh well, we're good. So here,
Wee.
yeah, here's the soundbite from Craig Federighi, who is the Apple software. He's tagged as the Apple software chief. Here we
Hmm.
go.
Stories. Here's how Apple software chief Craig Federighi explains it. Suppose you want to create a custom bedtime story for your 6-year-old who loves butterflies and solving riddles. Put in your initial idea and send it to ChatGPT to get something back she'll love. I think the jury.
Okay, so yeah, that just ticked all my boxes for ticking me off.
I
What?
don't possibly see how, Matt. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
uh,
Oof.
it's so multi-layered, and we've talked about this any number of times. You could check in with any other of our other vid blogs on the Callithumpian parade and see how what does this actually mean according to you and me. It's not just it's such fun, but one of the things that you mentioned recently too is the making things one off so that everybody has their own individual um, experience. What is that going to do to us?
Right.
So we picked a movie like I picked a movie like The Godfather. So everybody has their own Godfather like movie, and nobody ever sees has a communal experience like going to the movies and all sharing that. How does that affect us?
Yeah. Or how does all having one-offs of everything, do you ever go back and rewatch something? I don't know. I don't know. Do you ever, yeah. Does that going to affect the way we contemplate about things? I mean, this is Yeah, I know we're gonna have an episode all about the effect of AI and on stories and kind of dive deep into that some more. But yeah, I who knows what this is gonna do.
Well, I mean, stories, we were talking about this too, from my experience, the little bit of anthropology searching and looking into storytelling as a part of a cultural experience. I'd say it's right up there with breathing, water, food, and sleep as a necessity
Mm-hmm.
for human health. Now, if you don't hear or tell a story over a couple of days, you're not going to die in the same way that if you don't drink water or eat food. If you don't breathe within a couple of seconds, you're going to die, but or a couple of minutes. Stories, yeah, when people are deprived of stories or when the acceptable cultural motif of experiencing is being messed with by tremendously powerful people with really addictive experiences who have already got people addicted, by the way. They're
Yeah,
just upping it from one kind of really addictive experience to something beyond, to the power of AI. What is that going to do?
yeah,
And
and
they're messing
also
with my job.
yeah, yeah. Well, and it already, you know, when somebody creates media or writes stories that are pandering to the audience, this is almost like that on steroids. This is pandering to an individual to a level, you could write stories that are so specific for somebody because and it has all this data and information about you. You're going to expect, yeah, are people going to come to expect that? Is that the only kind of thing that they're going to want? Um, and what effect does that have? Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
getting.
and that one-off thing is
Mhm.
it, the thing to me is like this is what do they call those? The plate shifting changes. This is not just like the camera,
Right.
Photoshop, even personal computers. This is I don't like conspiracy theory stuff because I'm a storyteller, I start to go down that road way too fast and spend way too much time there. But I do feel like that this is powerful people using all of their attributes, all of the things they've developed to continue an addictive practice and really get it in even more so that people can't put this down anymore.
Well, I hate to say it, but that fits right in with capitalism.
So I mean,
Uh,
when I heard that guy, just imagine, you can give GTPI your kids specialist ideas and they'll make us stories. But I was like, wow, that just sounds like the worst marketing um, attempt. Like you could just,
yeah, yeah, no, it's stinky. Um, yeah, and that's just going to scale up. It's going to go stories, and it's going to go stories with pictures and picture books to animation to you know VR and AR and yeah, yep,
so we can extrapolate from that, right? Like why have why send your child to school when you can have an AI developed teacher that knows everything that your child needs because you've given us all of their medical records and we've developed AI to develop personas that are would be perfectly matched for your child. Don't send them to school.
yeah. Uh, and then you can also get because it can simulate human beings so well, it'll help socialize your child too. They won't have
Right.
to bother with yeah getting along
So
with real people. They can just simulate it, and it's getting
so that
weird,
was
Matt. It's getting weird, Matt.
yeah, yeah. And it is like it's really happening as fast as we had hoped it wouldn't. Or even like I have no idea how fast it's going, right? Do you? I mean,
Yeah.
this could be way beyond us what they're doing that nobody won't know for another year. Uh, so I was thinking of the first Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
12 years ago. in which he was making the suit for the first time, and he had these. They look like those lamps that that used to be on design tables. They were like elbows with lights on
Right.
them. Remember those little characters that were running around and they kept trying to put fires out, and he would yell at them and treat them poorly. Remember we were
Mm-hmm.
saying how we're upset at how the AI developers were talking to AI, and I remembered this moment in that scene, and I was like, did the developers of this know more? Like, were they doing things like this, developing them, and as these guys got inklings, guesses at this stuff, the people who made that movie. Anyway, that's my little.
Yeah. What a big giant experiment we're in, huh?
And nobody asked anybody if they could do it.
No, no, no. Uh, yeah. Okay. I have one more
What do you have?
positive. I have a positive thing I just thought of. Well, neutral. We'll put it in neutral,
Okay.
but it is interesting just to try and uh so I saw a video. So you remember how good AI is at pattern recognition and figuring stuff out, like through patterns. They can take now video of moving shadows, and an AI can reconstruct in 3D what was casting the shadow and its movement, like an entire tree or whatever's going on that's casting the shadows. It can reconstruct it and in full 3 dimensions just from looking at the.
Is that neutral? Yeah, I could think of bad things with that, but I could think of good things too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
okay, but let me ask you this though. The model that it will build of the thing that
Mm-hmm.
it is understanding mathematically comes from millions of experiences that have been fed into it.
Plus physics.
Okay, you can't argue with physics, but
Yeah,
you can say that this is theoretical three-dimensional image.
right. It is not going to be 100% accurate.
Right. And even if it's 99% accurate, that 1% could cost somebody their life and cause pain, depending upon how it's used.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But so how could that be a good, but how could it be a good thing? If we have it in neutral, how could it be helpful?
um it would be I could see it being used in movies and special effects. And if you have video and you need to integrate something that you only have the footage of the shadows for, or you need to match something, I think that it could be useful. Now I could see it being used as evidence when you don't have video of a perpetrator but you have their shadows. But again, if it's wrong, but 99% is a better percentage than a human being's recollection of something. So,
Yeah, if a child
uh,
gets lost,
right, if a child gets lost and yeah, yep,
see a shadow going through some area that has a camera on it.
yep, yep, um, yeah, uh,
But I can see it also being used in ways that I can't really figure out right now that would have something to do with medicine.
mm, mm-hmm,
Because if you take that and have it go down those roads of shape recognition, where does AI take that in terms of molecular structure,
right,
right?
yep.
And so
Yeah,
that
some
is
of this
that,
some of this stuff you never know what it's going to eventually be
yeah,
applicable to. It's kind of like I put it in a similar well, it's a little bit of a similar category to when they can take old photos or any photo and reconstruct the sound that was happening in the space based on the
yes.
photograph.
Yep.
Which seems, all this seems not real, like super human, supernatural, super
And I don't know
sci-fi.
when is it gonna like roll that wave gonna roll in big time? Like it all seems to be little increments, you know, like you could make a story time for your kid and destroy a whole industry. Um,
I saw there's a company, and then we could save this for another episode too if we wanted at some point. But there's a company now who is running with the one-off thing. So it's basically uh, uh, it's on-demand TV shows for you.
well, you
And
see
you just
those
type in,
on,
yeah,
have you seen
yeah,
those on YouTube? You know, the 1950s version of Mr. Bean
right,
or the
yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
yep,
Really weird to see those. I just saw one this morning and I said, is that Rowan Atkinson? No. What am I looking at? Oh, it's one of these AI developed things for a minute and 30 seconds, which is the length that they can now do a movie based upon a prompt.
yeah. Um, there's yeah, that stuff is accelerating pretty quickly. We were watching Sora, and we'll save this for maybe the next one too. But there's a new video uh, generator that is like Sora, but it's all free and available now.
Well, my friend, I have come to the end of our 15 minutes. News.
Yes, yes.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to share?
I think we'll save it till we do our next longer one.
Okay,
Yeah.
next week. I
Yep.
think I think it's good if I want to keep on doing this. What is a positive aspect of AI, right?
Sure.
You want to do that
Um,
too?
yep. I'm gonna. Yeah.
And as painful as it is, because it's overwhelming. I think now because things seem to be speeding up again, and just my limited appreciation of it, for us to try to do even 15 minutes like this once a week is a
Yeah.
good thing. Groovy.
I like it. All righty.
Peace out.
Yep. Later.